in the AFC North and got that last playoff. Only the Bengals at 9-8 didn't make it. Here's a 1st and 10 and a complete pass.
To go, your season's on the line. If this is a catch and a fumble.
You know what, Jim? I have Pickens with two feet possession, and then I thought a football move would definitely constitute a football move or completion of the.
It's just part of the procedure.
Yeah, and I would throw that too for sure.
Buffalo's. It is completion and a fumble recovered by Buffalo.
Who's had a nose for the football all season long. That's calling it snowball.
And he still maintains possession. As right there, you're like, okay, he's made it. And to me, bang, bang, held on to the ball.
Well, Cheffer's language was almost identical to our. So here's Buffalo from the 29. Right down the middle, they go for it.
There's him in the wild card. These are wide, and he's going to run right through it, and Josh throws a frozen rope. Who can make that throw?
Extra point. Good.
And we knew coming into this game, the way to take advantage of this Pittsburgh defense, the way to take advantage, though, this Pittsburgh defense is inside. And once again on that play.
His pass.
And Russo's there waiting for him. Maybe was able to get a yard out of it. Spector was also one of the first to hit him.
You see concerted effort by Sean McDermott in this defense. First down, they bring in a bunch of big guys. They did not want to get pushed around. Pittsburgh's been doing that to other teams, winning the line scrimmage. Not today. And now you get into obvious passing situations. If I'm the Steelers, keep it simple here. You don't have to throw this ball. You can still run it, screen it, make things simple.
2nd and 9. Knocked down by Ed Oliver. And they're just feeding off of one play after the next.
They're lucky. This might have been intercepted. But flying in, Terry Johnson would have been real close. But Ed Oliver, we talked about it on the last series. This team was second in the NFL coming in batted passes. They do a great job. It's a coaching focal point. When somebody relies on them, that's why it happens over and over again.
Von Miller standing up and on this play, ready to rush the quarterback. There's Rudolph's throw, and it's incomplete. It was deflected, and this may be a big.
I think it's intercepted, Jim.
It's high, crossing just in case. It was deflected by Bernard, and they're saying it hit the ground.
It did, but it looked like it was intercepted, Jim.
I saw you jumping up and down. You thought it was a pick.
It did. It looked like he hit the player right there. Pickens, boom.
Yeah, hit ground.
But these guys know, right? When all of a sudden they all stop, it's like they're right there. They should know. But I wanted to hear a good touchdown call on your part. That's huge for the Steelers, though, for that not to be intercepted.
Pressure on Harden, who's able to get it away. And it's a fair catch at the 44 as Dorian Williams almost got to Harden to block it.
That was enough batted pass at the line of scrimmage, Jim.
Just a 30-yard punt. On CBS NFL Network. Back to Diggs. Diggs will shake off 2 hits and get back to the line.
Like I talked about upstairs, if he's not out there, you got to be like, he's out, he's out. There are certain plays in the league that you can change a play based on he's working.
2nd and 11, and that's incomplete. Hayward put a little pressure on Allen, and Kincaid's low to get out.
And that was all Hayward making the ball come up early, where Kincaid did get his head around just fast enough to get a beat on the ball coming at him, but it still should have been a catch. And boy, did they hit with Kincaid, though. I know that was a drop. But Jim, Bill's record, rookie season, it's going to be a stalwart here for years to come.
They took him in the first round out of Utah. Here's the 3rd and 11. Hook. Nice piece of tackling. That was Minkah Fitzpatrick. And we saw Tomlin during the timeout really implore his defense to go out and make a stop. And that's what they did.
And this is coming all the way from the middle field. Fitzpatrick, this is I've seen 2 or 3 plays now where he's made a significant difference. That time right there, he came from the middle of the field as a free safety and got down. Those are those instincts.
Here's Martin's second punt. First one went 47 yards. Their catch signaled and secured at the 8-yard line by Austin.
I don't think you should have done that. I should have let that one go in the end zone or run it.
52-yard boot. Super wild.
Stop on that last possession. Now you got the ball back. Eat the clock and go down and do something good.
Fake to Harris from the goal line up top. Good throw. It's Freiermuth. And Pittsburgh has the ball. Came out at the end. And Spector may have been in bounds when he covered it up. He got an official right on top of it.
Oh, this is a huge call. I thought the play was over with already. I think the ball's, unless it's a fumble for sure and stays in bounds, but did
Fumble on the
Freiermuth
field is a fumble forward and out of bounds. The ball will be returned to fumbling spot. First down.
Wow. So look at his it's out for sure. And where did it go out of bounds? There.
This is going to be, I believe, after they look at it.
Oh, this is close.
Touch it once he's out of bounds. And there is Spector, who comes in and gobbles it up.
Gene? What are we thinking here? This is close. I thought he had it unless shoulder before he gets possession. Really, does he have possession before something touches the out of bounds line?
I'll tell you what I was looking at,
Buffalo's
Tony.
challenging the ruling on the field, but the ball was not recovered in bounds. We'll review the play.
Gene, did the ball happen maybe just touch Freiermuth's helmet as he was out of bounds?
You hit the nail on the head, Jim. That's exactly where I was looking. Interestingly, though, Carl Sheffers just announced that the ruling on the field was a fumble that was recovered out of bounds. So I don't know that they had ruled on the field that was touching Freiermuth as much as Buffalo was out of bounds when they recovered. I think Buffalo clearly possessed this football in bounds. But it goes back to that, maybe the grazing of Freiermuth's helmet, Jim, that you mentioned, right after the ball comes loose.
The key then, if Freiermuth doesn't touch it, Jim and Gino, will be whether or not Spector has possession of the ball
It sure looked like he did.
before he touches the side. Right there, nothing you see there. Now right here, when does he have possession? Right there. That looked in bounds to me.
Yeah, I think the issue is going to, again, be just by fractions. Did the ball glance off
Yes.
the crown of the helmet of Freiermuth? I'll show you where. Right there.
Gene, I got a question for what Jim said.
Yes.
If you initially called it that it was out of bounds, but you didn't say it was because of Freiermuth, can you go back and check if you can't see it?
No, I don't think so. I think Carl's just being rather descriptive. But look, the ruling on the field was that a forward fumble out of bounds. So regardless of how that fumble gets, out of bounds, or the ruling is out of bounds, that's the ruling on the field. Now we're into
After
replay
review,
rules.
the ruling on the field stands as called. Buffalo will be charged with their first time out.
So it's
They
going to be
are
a
also out of challenges for the remainder of the game.
So it's a 33-yard pickup.
Yeah, the out of challenge point, I think, is a huge point right now. We know that McDermott wins the first challenge, but you've got to win both. So now that he's lost as a football without Buffalo challenging outside of 2 minutes, guys.
That was a huge call for the extra challenge play as well.
There's the throw to Robinson. Allen Robinson picks up a good game. So they back up the 33-yard pass play with another 10-plus. This go for 13.
Yeah, this is a good job. Mason Rudolph going through the progression, looking deep, moving the defenders, and then checking it down. I think that's what you got to do, to be patient against this Buffalo defense. They've been outstanding the last month, playing as well against the pass as any team in the National Football League. Check it down underneath over and over.
It's Harris. Finally, he's got some running room, and he breaks it for about 9. Darnell Washington, who comes in at tight end for blocking purposes, mainly threw a good block on that one.
Najee Harris has really come on. Hadn't had a 100-yard game. And then all of a sudden, the last 2 games, he's been over 100. And they are running downhill. He's putting his foot in the ground and going, and you can see. They've actually won in the trenches here recently, the last 3 games since Mason. They've gotten under center a ton. A little more shotgun in this game to start, but I think take this to the quarter.
That's the first time that Pittsburgh's moved across midfield. And we're through 1 quarter. By the way, we've seen a lot of postseason all quarter. One of them surviving a challenge. There's Harris. Look at him shed that tackle and get all the way down to about the 26. You talked about his hard running. That's it.
Yeah, this is why I thought Pittsburgh had a chance to make the game simple. Hand the ball off, go up the middle, bounce out obviously on this one, but control the line of scrimmage. They can shorten the game in a hurry. They're 9-2 in 1-score games, even when they're losing the yardage, but they do a great job with the ball. They don't turn it over much, and they create turnovers, but they've got to stay in this game, and this is the drive to do it.
On first down. Oh, what a tackle for the sack. It's Greg Rousseau. He had 5 in the regular season. One of the best plays of the year right there.
This is what makes this defense so formidable. They have 5 different guys with 5 or more sacks on the season, so you can't really just focus on one guy. Each guy pops up, and that's the most, or that's second most in the NFL, Jim, to have that many guys getting sacks, and Rousseau's from here.
Boy, he just was able to lose the first-round pick out of Georgia. And it's a loss of 11. 2nd and 21. Draw. Warren. Pass Johnson. And he got about 12 for a Hyde, able to chop him up.
This is a staple play here that keeps coming up on tape. It's the shotgun draw. And I see Warren have great patience and hit the hole and find. I mean, he's going to find a hole somewhere, but they create big plays over and over again on his 10, 15, 20 yards. But he's got the 2nd best yards per carry of any back in the NFL this season, only behind Christian McCaffrey. So you can see his talent in the 1-2 punch.
Third and 8. Rousseau almost got him again. Rudolph. It's a Fryer move. 1 move for the first down, and he just runs over the defender.
What a job.
Elam was just completely bulldozed.
Take a look here. He's looking off to the right. His vision's over here. He's going to end up getting back all the way to Freiermuth there, and right there to reset and have the ability to go back to the upside, the instincts.
Warren this time. Twisted down after a yard or 2.
Secretly, that'll come back. If Pittsburgh has a chance to win this game late, you could literally go back to that play that Rudolph did by getting out of the sack, and then Freiermuth putting his head down and getting it and saying, this is how I stayed in the game.
A drive that began at their 8-yard line has now advanced to the Buffalo 12. Second and 9. The end zone, not there. Johnson looking for a flag, and he got Deontay Johnson. And he's jawing with Elam, who's the victim of that fireman run.
Number 24, defense. Ball be placed in the spot of the foul, automatic. First down.
Yeah, Elam definitely holding right there. That's a penalty for sure.
A tough series here for Elam, the first rounder a year ago. This is obvious as it gets.
I mean, this is very difficult. These are Johnson missed 4 games this year, and Pickens. I mean, biggest difference in the changing the offensive coordinator, they're moving these guys around. They're not just staples, and that's really allowed them to run different true routes and open this offense up.
On first and goal, they go up the middle. They fake like they were going to go around Austin, let's go to Trace.
Jim, you guys talked about Kaiir Elam being out there. We know Rasul Douglas has been out for this game. Christian Benford dealing with a knee injury right now, which is why he's not out there. He is in the locker room being further evaluated. He's questionable to return.
Yeah, they're going to miss Douglas out with that knee. Elam, as a result, getting a lot of action. There's Elam breaking up to the top to try to cover Deontay Johnson again. Second and goal. We're looking that way to Johnson. There's the pass. And it's picked off by Elam. Oh boy, does he make up for those other two plays.
They tried to risk it with almost a comeback, thinking that Elam was going to be soft, and you talked about having a rough drive. Well, this more than makes up for it. You're trying to tie this up down and away, and the ball's just left inside. And Elam, I saw him before the game. I was like, you'd still play. I said, no, I can't.
Did a long time, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Hand off to Cook. And Josh has put a highlight reel together already in this game.
Boy has an interception. And if he doesn't throw an interception, 16-0 since 2020.
Second and 8 to Cook, who's hit right away. And that Eric Rowe on a tackle.
Rowe's really come on to me. I mean, that's